There weren't any left. The flag makers couldn't make any more American flags because they couldn't find the fabric. That's how patriotic we became overnight. But 3 months later, 6 months later, the only flags that were up were the ones that were put up before 9/11. Those that really, truly understood what it means to live in a free country. And that's the search I was on. Not preaching to the choir, not even getting remembered by the choir, but I wanted to know that my son didn't die in vain. And I went on a search, and as I talked to many families in my situation, I have now met thousands of families who have lost loved ones from all generations, thousands. And the two things that mean most to them are that very first thing. They hope that their loved one didn't die in vain, and second, that they not be forgotten. By a show of hands, has anybody in this room lost a loved one? I'm talking immediate family loved one. If you have, please raise your hand in service. Look around, there's a few. Now I ask you, anyone in this room who lost a friend or a buddy or someone from their battalion or someone from their unit, raise your hand. Many more hands have gone up. But how do we remember that? That became my mission. Do you know that I saw a recent survey that you might say, well, we remember him on Memorial Day, right? You think I remember my son on Memorial Day? I don't need a day to remember my son. I'll bet you don't need a day to remember your loved one or your buddies. 80% of Americans do not know why Memorial Day exists. 80%. So do we remember our loved ones? Does the nation remember our fallen? They do not. So I began to wonder, how do you get the attention of a nation? Not those that get it, but how do you get the attention of the rest of the nation? And I started to attend funerals of those who died after my son. And one of the things that I saw most prevalent was this flag draped over this chair in front of me, the POW MIA. I saw it at funerals everywhere, and I wondered how interesting that a POW MIA flag was at the memorial of an Iraq or Afghanistan hero. And I thought, aha. And that flag was first introduced in 1971. It was important, it was needed. We had men and women who needed to be remembered, who needed to be recognized, who needed to be brought home. I said, that's what this nation needs. We need a symbol of remembrance so that those who don't get it, when they see it, will understand one thing. Men and women have given their lives for our nation, and we need to be appreciative. Right? We have flags for everything in this country. Our nation's symbol, it stands for everything we believe in, our unity, our diversity. It embodies everything. It's what we fight for. It's what we die for. It's our umbrella. Yet on that ensign is 50 stars. What do they represent? Every one of our states. But yet we still have a state flag for every one of those. Why isn't the American flag enough? It's not, because we believe. Flags represent groups and individuals who stand for diversity. So every one of those stars stands for a state. Every state has their own flag. Every branch of the service has their own flag. Why? We all serve under the U.S. flag because we were divided, right? Even every general has their own flag. There are flags for everything in this nation, including where to tell you to hit your golf ball. Right? But we've never had a public symbol reminding us of the reason we can fly every one of these other flags. And so, I'm going to ask you guys to hold this up. If you could hold up in front of the table, it would be better. And so on Memorial Day of 2008, I unveiled publicly what was to be a national symbol recognizing our nation's military fallen. From all generations, all branches of service, all causes of death. And for 9 years, my mission has been to have this flag adopted nationally. And in case you don't know, when the POW-MIA flag was first introduced, it took 18 years to be recognized by this nation. 18 years. And I will very quickly share with you the symbolism of this flag. The red field stands for the blood shed for our country. American flag red, but better color. The white below, the purity of that sacrifice, because every one of our men and women, every one of you who served, said to your families, don't worry, I've got it covered, I'll be back. The blue star in the center goes back to World War I, when a solid blue star was hung on the windows and doors of families to let people know how many they had in the fight. There could be 1, 2, 3, or more blue stars. When that star was overlaid with a gold star, it meant that that loved one was not coming home. That's where we get the term Gold Star families, Gold Star mothers, Gold Star wives. I am a Gold Star father. The flag folded below is a reminder of that folded flag that was given to that family at the memorial of their loss. And the flames above it, an eternal reminder that we will never forget as a nation. And the words below, we will always honor their sacrifice and remember them individually by name, because it's not about a collective group or a number. It's about the men and women who have given their lives, and each one of them had a name, and each one of them had a friend, and each one of them had a mom and a dad, and many of them had siblings. And it goes on and on and on. This flag has been adopted as the state symbol of remembrance in now 23 states. Arizona is one of those 23 states. When I first brought forth this symbol, thank you, gentlemen, I thought it was going to be easy. I thought, oh yeah, everybody gets it. But it has been the hardest battle that I have ever committed my life to. It's not what I do, it's who I am. Because I will leave this legacy as long as I hold breath. But I need your help. I need the veteran community to realize that the public has no way of saying thank you. This is the only way I know in America. And now with the tens of thousands of families who have seen this flag and understand what it means, when they see it flying at your posts, and it's now flying at posts all over America, and they see it flying at your posts, you never know who's driving by, who looks up and says, you know what? They care. They remember. You may know 1 or 2 families, but you may not know the collection of families that may go by your home, your business. And I ask for a challenge for the department here, for the National Legion, to stand behind this, not as another military symbol, but as a way of telling America it's important to remember those names individually. And to put a punctuation on that, we're going to make a special presentation, because not only is this flag flying across America, but we have personally presented nearly 3,000 flags to families across this nation who have lost loved ones. Because remember, it's not only to honor their service, but it's to remember them individually by name. I'm going to ask Judy Beischel to come up just and stand by this American flag. And I'm going to show you what we have done countless times across this nation. This flag that I'm holding is a handmade, personalized honor and remember flag. It's folded in a triangle because it mirrors the American flag that was folded and handed to the family at the memorial of their loved one. But the American flag was folded respectfully and reverently one time off a casket and meant to be encased in a shadow box for the rest of its life. This flag mirrors that flag only one time, because once it's unfolded, it represents a celebration of their life and not a reminder of their death. I'm going to ask the commanders to open this flag. Once this flag is open, I'm going to read the certificate. You may not know, but Judy lost her Uncle Bob on D-Day at Omaha Beach in Normandy. Go ahead, Commander, you may open it. This honor and remember flag is presented with eternal gratitude and respect in memory of Private Robert J. Slate. With this flag, we honor this patriot's unwavering dedication and remember his selfless sacrifice. By displaying this symbol collectively as a nation, we humbly recognize the enormity of your loss and respectfully say thank you. God bless you, Judy. Thank you for your time. God bless you all.